I've got this whole other side of the family that have decided that they're still a family and we're out. Now, they'll let me in that club as long as I leave Robyn behind.
The property is a little bit complicated because even though we have these 4 lots, our names are not all on title for these 4 lots. So if we sold them now, it would be up to somebody's magnanimous generosity to be fair, right? And like, I suspect that will happen, but I have no guarantee.
Janelle thinking of building, or do you even know?
She's told me she's planning on, she keeps suggesting we sell it.
Oh.
And she keeps suggesting we sell it together.
Oh, but you guys want to build out there still?
Okay, I got mixed emotions on it. I'm definitely interested in building there.
All right, y'all, buckle up because the Brown family drama just hit another level of wild. From secret deals to emotional goodbyes, and a family divide so deep it'll leave you speechless, we're peeling back the layers to reveal what's really going on. Trust me, the tea is piping hot and you won't believe where this ends. So let's get into it because the Brown family saga is giving us everything. Messy arguments, legal threats, and heartbreak. It all starts with the ticking time bomb of Coyote Pass. Now, if you thought the property situation couldn't get more complicated, oh honey, think again. The 4 lots might look like a dream on paper, but it turns out the family can't agree on anything. And let's just say, Kody's name showing up on every single title has a lot of people feeling some type of way. Janelle, who's usually the level-headed one, has had enough. She's all about fairness, but when it comes to splitting this land, she's not taking any chances. That's right, sis got a lawyer. And honestly, can you blame her? Kody's over here dodging appraisals like they're the plague, insisting he knows best. But come on, Kody, the math isn't mathing, and Janelle's not about to trust vibes when her future is on the line. Meanwhile, Meri has been quietly watching all this chaos unfold, but don't be fooled. She's not here to play nice either. After all, Kody's been making decisions about the property without so much as a group text, and Meri's not buying the whole "I had to make a quick call" excuse. She's fully aware that Kody and Robyn are holding the monopoly board, and let's just say she's got her eye on the get out of jail free card. If things get ugly, Meri's ready to lawyer up too. Like, this is giving survival mode. Now let's talk about Robyn for a sec. She's trying to play peacemaker, suggesting everyone just be good neighbors. But Kody? He's not sold. He's still holding a grudge against Janelle and throwing shade about needing healing before they can live near each other. Kody, are we building houses or starting a therapy group? Because the way you're making this about feelings instead of facts is not helping anyone. And while all this real estate drama unfolds, let's not forget the emotional roller coaster Kody and Meri are on. Y'all, Kody literally broke down in tears while helping Meri move into her new place. But plot twist.
If you're so clear on the fact that you don't ever want to be married to me, oh, and you're also saying things like you never loved me.
Is the same man who said he never loved her. Excuse me, sir, pick a lane. Meri was just as confused, calling him out for his mixed signals. Like, is this the end of an era or just another episode of Kody's conflicted feelings? But hold up, because Meri isn't sitting around crying over spilled tea.
In this trip, doing it solo, it's empowering. Stonehenge, England.
Nope, she packed her bags and took a solo trip to England, living her best, liberated life. She's calling this chapter the beginning of something amazing, and honestly, we love that for her. Stonehenge selfies and all. Meanwhile, back in Flagstaff, Christine and Janelle threw a graduation party for Savannah, and guess who wasn't invited? Yep, Kody and Robyn. And while Kody's out here claiming he wasn't expecting an invite, he's also—
Well, I'd like to be able to be part of Savannah's life, but it's like they're in this collusion that seems to hate Robyn, and I don't know why. Other than, well, they're jealous.
Throwing out accusations that the rest of the family is in some collusion to hate on him and Robyn. Boy, please. Christine shut that down real quick, saying the issue isn't about Robyn. It's Kody's own strained relationships with his kids. And let's be real, alienating 90% of your family isn't exactly a winning strategy. But here's the kicker. Kody's still holding on to this idea that leaving Robyn behind would magically fix things. Newsflash, it won't. Christine made it clear that Kody's presence is just awkward. The wounds run deeper than just who he brings along. And honestly, the family's over it. Robyn's also feeling some type of way about being left out of the family celebrations, reminiscing about the big parties they used to have in Vegas. Sis, the vibes are different now. And let's not ignore the elephant in the room, the underlying power dynamics. With Kody and Robyn holding most of the cards and titles, the rest of the family feels like they're playing catch-up in a game they didn't even agree to. It's giving major us versus them energy, and the cracks in this family just keep getting wider. So where does this all leave believe us? Well, the Browns are at a crossroads. Coyote Pass has gone from a dream of unity to a battlefield of egos and mistrust. And with everyone lawyering up, the drama is far from over. One thing's for sure, this family has a lot to sort out, and the journey ahead is going to be anything but smooth. But wait, let's zoom in on the real kicker, Kody's whole loyalty dilemma. He keeps saying the other wives will let him back in if he leaves Robyn behind. And while he tries to spin this as some noble stand by his side, it's looking more like an excuse to avoid accountability. Robyn isn't the issue here. Kody's actions and choices are. The family's fractures didn't start with her. They started with his inability to balance his relationships and his blatant favoritism. And now he's left juggling excuses while the rest of the family moves on. Speaking of moving on, Christine's glow-up deserves its own moment. She's out here hosting parties, bonding with her kids, and living her best post-Kody life. And let's not forget her subtle but not so subtle clapbacks. By leaving Kody out of Savannah's party, she's setting boundaries loud and clear. Christine has taken her power back, and honestly, it's refreshing to see someone in this family standing their ground without all the dramatics. Meanwhile, Janelle's position in all this is fascinating. She's not just dealing with the Coyote Pass drama. She's caught in the middle of family politics, trying to prioritize what's best for herself and her kids. While she's usually the voice of reason, you can tell even she's exhausted by Kody's antics. And when she says she's ready to fight for her fair share, it's clear she means business. She's not here to coddle anyone's feelings anymore, especially not Kody's. But let's circle back to Meri for a second, because her story isn't just about ending her marriage. It's about reclaiming her identity. For years, she stayed in a relationship where she felt undervalued and overlooked. Now, she's taking bold steps toward independence, and her trip to England symbolizes so much more than just a vacation. It's a statement. Meri is ready to build a life that isn't defined by Kody or the family's tangled web of conflicts. And honestly, that's the energy we all need. As for Robyn, the cracks in her usually composed exterior are starting to show. She's been the target of resentment for years, but now she's facing the reality of being isolated alongside Kody. While she tries to mediate and keep the peace, you can't ignore the growing frustration in her voice. Robyn's realizing that Kody's choices have consequences, and she's caught in the fallout. It's a lonely place to be, and for someone who once envisioned this big, happy family, it's heartbreaking to watch. So where does this all end? Well, if you're hoping for a fairy tale reunion, don't hold your breath. The Brown family's journey from plural unity to fractured chaos is a reminder that relationships take work that Kody seems unwilling to do. With legal battles looming, emotional wounds still fresh, and trust at an all-time low, the only certainty is that this story is far from over, and you best believe we'll be here, spilling every ounce of tea as it unfolds. Stay tuned.